Welcome, you guys. Welcome to my channel. I go by Divine Pisces 444. That is what I'm known for, that name. In today's video, we're going to be talking about this guy right here. Y'all see him? Yeah, that is an ET. That is an ET basically being beamed back up through light. Um, also, if you Okay, let me use this hand. If you see the little heads right there, let's see if I can move myself over. It's going to be right above my head, you guys. Right there. Y'all see them. So, y'all see the three little heads. Y'all also see this big square of light. I have several pictures. I do have the video, and I have been looking for it. You guys, I got, oh my gosh, thousands of videos. This has been going, sorry. This has been happening since on camera, anyways, May 2022. So, y'all do the math. Y'all know your girl is sitting on a lot of information. So, if you're new to the channel, if this is your first video, you've experienced supernatural, you've had unexplained things happen to you. Maybe you've heard disembodied voices, maybe you've seen orbs, spirits, hell, maybe you've even seen Bigfoot. I believe you. I believe you. There are people out here who have experienced things that the rest of the world are calling insane. You won't get this. You won't get that here. So come on in, get your little cup of Joe or ice cold water, iced tea, how whatever you drink. Come on, sit down with me and let's look at some of these pictures. I've shared a lot on TikTok. I do have some videos posted on my YouTube. But this particular night, um, or video picture, whatever, because these are screenshots, it needs all the attention in the world. Like, some people are like, okay, I see your nature spirits, I see the elements, but you still not showing ETs. Okay, so this video is dedicated to those people. I do too have proof of ETs. What do you think he is over here? What do you think he is? That's an ET. So I'm going to take myself out of the screen so we can get to these pictures. All right, you guys. And I have a close up too. There we go. All right. I went too hard. Check them out. Now I'm going to click play. Hopefully, I am at the beginning of this. Let's see. I didn't think so. There's the beginning. So at this point, he's kind of like breaking down. I got to bring myself back. I'm going to use myself as like, uh-oh, what did I do? Here we go. Let me shrink myself a little so I can point out what I'm talking about. There we go. Look at this dude. So, right above my head, y'all. Where is he at? Right here. How many of y'all remember the night I called the police? Because I had that pin on my TikTok for the longest. I put together some of my best clips. That way you didn't have to go through hundreds of videos. Well, anyways, May of 2022, we saw this balloon shape. It was kind of like a teardrop and it had a cross in the center. The cross is what was lit up in the light, okay? And it was humming. We heard two frequency sounds, a low one and a high one. We're out back, it's 10 o'clock at night. We did yard work all day. And I had got this tent and I set it up and I had like a little bonfire. We're about to meditate. And I had dozed off because, I was a little exhausted. I ain't gonna lie. I'm 45. So, my son's like, do you see that? And I'm like, I'm awake. And he's like, Mom, look. And he points to the front. Now we're all the way in the back, close to this privacy gate. So this was out front across the street, hovering over an open field. This thing was so big. If it would have landed, it was big enough to cover a house, okay? This was May 2022. I believe it was like May the 11th or the 10th. 2 weeks later, basically 2 weeks later, that's when Pentagon had their first meeting ever about UAPs and UFOs. I did not understand it back then. When I look back at what I saw, because I remember, we're coming from the back. We were going to record. If I'd have known this thing, because it was sitting there for like 15 seconds, that it was going to leave or move, or I would have recorded from the back. It looked like plasma, y'all. That didn't look like like a UFO ship. It looked like skin, like some sort of skin. And I believe in all my heart it was carrying other extraterrestrial life inside of it. Do y'all remember I told y'all later that night the backyard camera kept going off back to back to back? I'm thinking it's a cobweb, spider web for sure, for it to go off like that. So when I get on, y'all, this is like, it's so hard to talk about this. This dude right here, the big one. Let me move over some. That's the one with the big droopy teardrop ears that I saw. I don't see the stick shaped one in this particular picture. But if y'all remember, I said I saw three ETs in the alley lined up side by side. One of them had this is him, this one right here. And he had teardrop shaped ears, and the way they were blowing in the wind, and they looked like they were coming in through light. Now y'all about to watch these screenshots. You're going to see what I'm talking about when I say they come in through the light. They were being projected there. And then beside him was the stick shaped one. So I thought it was just a stick with either a T shaped head or a V shape. I can't remember. But it's still kind of the same. The T shape versus the V, you still got those corners where it goes across. And then beside that one was like a square shaped one. Let me move over again. Yeah, your boy right there. This dude right here. It looked like SpongeBob. I told you guys this really happened. These particular beings were caught on my security camera twice. June the 4th, 2022 and June the 11th, 2022. Now let's get to these pictures. When I find the video, y'all know I'm going to bring it back. We're going to come back to it. But for now, let's get to these pictures. Screenshots. It is the video. It's just screenshots. And I'll stop and pause it. Okay, let's pause. I'm looking for the one that is like a stick shape. I don't see him yet. Let me move myself again. Look at this. Now I have some other pictures that points this out better. At first I thought it was the light ship, but nah, that was an actual light beam right there. Look at the little heads right here, right above me. Now I know this screenshot isn't the best. I get it, you guys. But show me something better. That's authentic. That's authentic. That's not AI. All right. I'll wait. They were actually babies. We seen it, you guys. We seen it. Look at that one right here, right above my head. Now remember, there's only one light at the park. Just one. Look at all these lights, y'all. Let me get him. Where's he at? Right smack dead in the middle. Right here. Baby. We're talking about baby faces. I believe these were angels. I believe it in all my heart. I believe it in all my heart. The healing that I have gone through in this house since I've moved here, I've never experienced nothing like this before. Okay, let's keep going because there's way more pictures. If you're not subscribed, you guys, Please subscribe now. Go ahead, click it before you forget. And make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Do it now before you forget. Check them out. Let me look at the square shape one. Oh my gosh, you guys. Like, come on, man. You can see him. You can see his eyes and everything. But look what came in right here. Now I'm moving myself around so you guys know where I'm talking about. This dude right here. Look at that. Look at that. It's a whole face right there. Like, it was so many of them over there. They were leaving. Let's keep going. They were leaving. And this is so the next day, so June the 4th, the next day, I went over there. I came through the alley because I'm like, I gotta see what's at this park. That is a park over there with a big open field. And I'm like, there's no way that they could be over there compacted like that. But I didn't know what the park looked like. And I didn't know that it was this big, huge open space. So while I'm over there, the guy that, this way, sorry, that lives over here, he comes out and he's kind of like looking at me. I'm like, hey, I'm your neighbor. I live right here. And I go, did you see that light last night? It was so bright. And it set my security camera off several times. And he goes, a bright light. And I'm like, tell me you saw that light. There's no way you didn't see it. And he's like, no, I didn't see a bright light. I'm like, yeah, look at its face, y'all. You could see its skin being pulled back. Oh man, I'm telling you this. I ain't gonna lie. I was terrified. Look at the two lights right here above my head, like it. But do you see his face right above me, right above my head? His mouth is open. His jawline is being. All this is being pulled back. He said he didn't see it. It was shortly after that is when I saw two unmarked utility trucks come out and set these, I believe was cameras, little black boxes on the pole on this side over here and on this pole over here. And the guy walked over to the park and was doing this to it, to that little black box. Those were cameras, And so I think he called it, we live in a little town. I think he called the township and said, hey, I think, the lady behind me caught something at the park. She's talking about these bright lights, these, and everybody saw that UFO, everybody saw that UAP, whatever it was. Military was chasing it. I feel like if it wasn't for that, then they probably would have just blew me off, like, oh, it could have been a headlight she caught. No, there's no headlight. I'm having actual ET encounters during this time like it. Now, come on, make it make sense. Look. This is what I'm talking about, the bright light. When I say, oh my gosh, y'all, it got so bright it hurt my eyes. And I'm on the camera. I dare not look out that window. I wasn't looking out. Let me point out a couple things. Look at that. So for those of you who think that square is a part of that little part, wrong. That was an actual creature. And let's come over here. What the hell? Somebody tell me. What the hell was that? Look at the little face right here. Look at the little face. Look at this thing. Y'all, I believe that was it's like an alien dog. Yes, look at it standing there. Let's keep going because I'll get stuck on one picture and I got a few I want to show. This is amazing. You can't get no more footage proof than this. Like, let's make it make sense. This is, so far we're on the same night. Hold on. Okay, so maybe this is the end on June the 4th because he does eventually fade all the way out. But you do see these over here. Oh, let me move myself again. These over here, look at them. You see them? And the big one right there. So I have 2 days on here. June the 4th. I should have wrote the date on it. And June the 11th. Okay, boom. So that, yep, that was the last picture for June the 4th. They come again June the 11th. Look at his neck, y'all. Okay, so I put myself right below him. Look at the neck. And it looks like he has like a almost like an elephant trunk nose. To me it does. I don't know. It could be part of, him breaking up or whatever. At first, I thought I was catching them coming in. My heart was racing. Cause if they was coming in, oh, where they about to go next? And I didn't catch it. The camera caught it. Look at that. Some of my pictures might be out of order a little bit. Check them out, y'all. You can, oh, that is just, wow. Look how bright that got. What is all of the, look at this over here. What the heck? Y'all see this one right here? This little one up in the corner? Oh my gosh. It's just mind blowing. Look at that. Wow. Absolute. Wait, wait, stop. Look at the little creature. Where am I at? Right here. Right there. Right there. You can see the little round head and everything. Look at, oh my gosh. I gotta come back. I gotta come over here. Look at this. Who is that? Oh, okay. Oh, TikTok telling me to go live. Look at that. Right above my head. You guys, this is wonderful though. Like I'm so proud of myself that I was able to like get this. I mean, yes, it triggered my camera, but it takes a lot of courage to stay on that camera and record. You have no idea. Absolutely amazing. So I do have the pictures out of order. I see that now. But all of the pictures are from those 2 dates. Okay. And this never happened again because I'm telling you, the light is so bright. Ooh, I gotta stop. I gotta stop. Hold on. Did I miss it? Yep. Let me go back. Right there. Pause. You can see their little faces. Look, wait a minute. Let me move. Oh shoot. Let me move myself. If I knew a way to record the mouse, it would be so much easier. Right above. Okay. Where am I at? Right here. Look at that. You see that it was so many of them out there. That, like, come on, you guys. Look at the little face right above my head. Like, wow. This is amazing. Okay, let's keep going. Absolutely amazing. Let me get out the way. Oh, oh, oh. Pause. Let me get out. I want to move myself so you guys can see. Check it out. Check it out. Check that out. That's deep. 9 times out of 10, that light right there, over there, that's not a light. There was, I'm trying to find some pictures and video on him. I call him Metal Face because he had a metal head and his face would light up. And I thought it was a light for the longest till he started moving around. And I'm like, hold up. And so once it hit me, that's not a light. Oh my God, that's some sort of creature over there. I'm on the video as soon as my mind, because they read your thoughts. As soon as I thought that, it's like I saw this like lens, a lid, just I don't know what it was. It just came down and went back up again. Oh my gosh, you talking about Jeepers Creepers? It was mind blowing. I could not believe what I was looking at. Oh yeah, Oh yeah. So that is what you're looking at. Ooh, pause, pause. See, this is June the 11th. I thought so. This is June the 11th. That was June the 4th. Gotcha. Okay. Look at this. You can see it so good. Look, okay, remember on June the 4th, we couldn't really see this one because it just looked like a square and it was a bright light. Check them out. And then you should be able to see the outline of this dude here. You know, you got his head, his neck. These are extraterrestrials being beamed back up through light. Yep, that's what you're looking at. So, okay, boom. I'm so glad I threw this in here. So, I was in not disbelief, but I have the infrared light on. So, what I did and what I do in a lot of these videos where I'm actually capturing something that I feel is extraterrestrial or something like that, I will turn the infrared light off to see what it looks like. So, let me show you. This is the same night. Okay, because I ended up turning the infrared like right back on because I was like, wait a minute, hold on, where's the big bright light at? Let me point him out. The one that was the one with the ears and stuff, and with his face, his skin being pulled back. That's him right here. That's him right here. And you see like a little, look like a little plasma light right on the tip of him. That's him. The other one, so all that's all the little faces and stuff, they're all right in here, you guys. Look at that. Right in here. You, oh my gosh, hold on, I'm gonna go right above them. Hold on, right there. You can't tell me you don't see him. Look at that. Those were ET creatures, you guys. I cannot make this up. I have seen and been exposed to so much. Let's keep going. I don't know what comes next. I got one more picture after this. So I guess this is when I went back to the infrared light. Now, okay, that's two different angles. So this must be June the 11th. Let me see something. Yeah. It's this one right here. So this is June the 11th. So I got a bunch of pictures from June the 4th. This is June the 11th. All right. Let me fix myself real quick. Okay. Now watch. That's deep. That is deep. There you have it. And I have one more picture after this. But you can see them, you guys. Like you, there's no questioning that. If you can't see that, I know you see it. I know you can see this. And if you look, you can see his the open. You can see the neck. You can see the opening of the mouth. His head is like this. I have better pictures, and I was digging for him, like where you can see the definition of his eyes and just where his skin is being pulled back. Whew. But last picture, and I think this is an awesome picture too because once again, you can actually see his eyes right up there, right above my head. There are two eyes right there. Now, if I bring myself down, there's his mouth. Right at, come on now. They go to the neck. Let's make it make sense. Look at now this extra light. This is what I'm saying. There was an extra. There was two extra lights at that park. Three technically because of the square over there. But right below that glowing orb, look at the little eyes. Mm. Pretty trippy. But anyways, you guys, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. I totally appreciate it. And I have so much more that I would like to share with you guys. I'm going to blow myself up a little bit. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. I didn't want it to be super long. I would love to hear your stories. If you have pictures, videos, you can send it to this email. I will put it in the description box. I would love, to feature some of you guys' stories on here and pictures. And the reason why I say story, like, there are probably thousands, hundreds of thousands of people who are noticing these pulsating plasma entities that are everywhere now. They're everywhere. But I'm more interested in your story. And let's be real. I am very authentic. I'm not going to promote lies. So if you don't have a personal counter, you don't have a personal story, I don't I don't want it. I mean, you could send a picture. I could, kind of like show a picture, but I'm going for the stories. So I will put my email address in the description box. If you've had an experience, I don't care if you were coming home, you just got off the bus, you're walking home one night, and all of a sudden you felt something or you experienced something, and then you saw a orb, a light, or whatever. Or maybe you had a dream, you feel like it was a dream, but the dream was so powerful, and then something happened when you woke up and you realized like maybe that wasn't a dream. I want to hear your story. If you have picture with it, if not, it's okay. I know it's hard, you guys. I've had several encounters, and I have cameras now. I have cameras. I'm actually going to get them put up because I have them sitting down low. So I'm going to actually screw them up on the up up high by the ceilings in the rooms, because grabbing a phone, a camera is the last thing on my mind. The first thing on my mind is this getting ready to hurt me? Oh my god, should I run? And a lot of times I can't move. So, now it's different if you're outside, and even then, when me and my boys were approached by that ET back in November 2020, we ran. Nobody was trying to. Now, after the incident, yes, and I had drove away, I was like, you know what, who's got their phone? We're going back. I need to get this on video. Nobody's gonna believe me. Neither one of my boys wanted to get out that car. They was like, Mom, you are out of your mind. Like, you're playing with something that is beyond us. Like, so I get it if you don't have a picture. If you do, wow, is all I'm gonna say. So, all right, guys, love you and peace.